The magic and mythology of the badger. In this video we'll be talking about the European badger, which is just one of the many badger clan. The badger is a distinctive creature with its black and white fur, short white body, and it's perfect for digging. The English word badger derives from bagyar and boson, both meaning striped. In the UK the badger is also known as brock, which comes from the Celtic languages and means grey. They live in colonies called clans, and their homes, which are chambers in the earth connected by a series of tunnels, are known as setts. The adult males are known as boars, adult females are sows, and the young are called cubs. For many today, their first experience of badgers comes not from the wild but from children's literature, such as Mr. Badger from Wind in the Willows, Badger from the Animals of Farthing Wood, and Truffle Hunter from the Chronicles of Narnia. Many of these badger characteristics do draw on the behaviour and personalities of the real badger, for example being reclusive, courageous and ferocious when protecting themselves or their friends. Many of these characters also impart snippets of wisdom, because badgers, being such an ancient creature of the earth, are considered keepers of great and ancient wisdom. This isn't anything new either. Lore tells us that in times past in Scotland, certain wise men or druids earned the name or title of badger. This concept is even found halfway around the world in ancient Japanese literature and folklore. In the Shimosa province, they were believed to be kabukiri-kozō, badgers who could transform themselves into human shape. Their preferred shape was that of a monk, and they would appear on quiet roads in the middle of the night and offer words of wisdom to any passing travellers, such as drink water, drink tea. Another type of shape-shifting badger from Japan was the Mujina, who could be cruel and vengeful or kind to humans depending on how they were treated in the first place. As a nocturnal, underground and elusive creature, the badger in Europe was often associated with death and the otherworld. Folklore through the ages describes badgers even performing their own funeral ceremonies. To hear or see a badger was an omen, and this old Irish rhyme explains what it is an omen of depending on the nature of the encounter. Should one hear a badger call and then an ullot cry, make thy peace with God, good soul, for thou wilt shortly die. Should a badger cross the path which thou hast taken then, good luck is thine, so it be said, beyond the luck of men. But if it cross in front of thee, beyond where thou shalt tread, and if by chance doth turn the mould, thou art numbered with the dead. In the UK, badgers are considered to be keepers of the sacred and ancient land. They are often referred to as Britain's original landowners. Sadly, badgers have been killed by many landowners for centuries because of erroneous beliefs, such as that badgers kill or spread certain diseases to livestock. There were also cruel sports involving badger baiting or beating a badger in a bag, which is mentioned in the Mabinogi, a treasure trove of ancient Welsh mythology. I'd love to say that we're past that kind of cruelty here in the UK, but tragically, badgers are still being culled by our government, despite the fact that most of the population are firmly against such barbarism. As badgers were killed so often, their remains were often used in magic and healing. Celtic warriors made a salve from the badger to treat their wounds. Their teeth were reputed to bring luck to gamblers, and various parts of the poor badger were used as protective or healing amulets, or for love magic, because the badger has quite the staying power in that department, apparently. The badger is an animal of deep healing, ancestral healing, and the healing of the effects of past lives. Badger teaches us to dig deep to know and heal ourselves. The goddess associated in Britain and Ireland with the badger is Bridget, the Celtic goddess of healing, poetry and smithcraft. This may have something to do with the fact that badgers do tend to hide away more in the winter with their setts, but start to emerge more for foraging and playing outside around the time of Bridget's sacred spring festival of Imbolc. Another reason for this is that the badger is considered an ally of herbs and herbal healing wisdom, as it, like herbs, lives in and thrives close to the ground. Like us, the badger is an omnivore and eats various parts of various herbs and plants like blackberries, clover and rosehips, which were considered very powerful healing medicines. Badgers are creators and builders of their own home, so if you physically make and create things, whether you're a craftsperson or a builder, badger may come to you as an animal guide to help you with your work. As a solitary animal for much of the time, badger enables us to learn to enjoy our own company, to be independent and comfortable in our own skin. Call on badger to help you set up or protect your personal space. Badger teaches us self-reliance and determination, so it's a great companion for anyone who is trying to or wants to do homesteading, has an allotment or is living off the grid. The badger is a very strong and powerful animal and is especially ferocious when defending itself, its clan or its set, so it's long been considered a symbol of strength and courage. Badger makes for a great ally for warriors of all kinds, especially eco-warriors who fight to defend the earth. Call on badger when you need to fight for your rights to protect yourself, your family or the sacred land on which you live. Work with badger to enhance your courage or strengthen your willpower. If you need to take back control of your life and stand your ground, badger can assist you. As a creature of the earth, the badger teaches us to ground ourselves, to live in the here and now and be more down to earth. If you're having trouble grounding yourself after magical workings or feeling too away with the fae, ask Badger to bring you gently but firmly back to earth. Badger is a great guide for anyone who wishing to deepen their connection to the sacred land on which they live and to learn the mysteries and magic of the ancient land and the stone monuments of our ancestors. But Badger will expect and demand of you that you play your part in protecting and safeguarding it. Badgers serve as guardians of that which lies within the earth, such as metals, crystals and other treasures. An old Irish myth tells us that when the 5 sons of Connell ended up digging into the fairy mound that belonged to the father of the sun goddess Grania, they were turned into badgers so they would learn to understand how serious their transgression had been. Badgers are fastidiously clean. For example, within their sets they have very specific spaces for things like living and pooping, just as we do. They also keep their sets in very good condition. This means that the badger makes a great ally for any kind of housework, your big spring clean or professional cleaners. In modern witchcraft, the badger is a creature associated with the night, with the element of earth, and with the pagan festivals of Yule and Imbolc. It is often known as an ally of the bear, with whom it shares many properties. There is a little-known Gaulish god of healing linked to the badger called Moritascus, which means great badger. In case you're interested in seeing badgers in the wild doing their thing, I've popped some links to some badger cams in the description below. What have you learned from the badger? Are you lucky enough to have a set near you, or even in your garden? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.